What's going on, everybody? And I hope you've had an absolutely fantastic Tuesday so far. This is NYG Jeffy T 85 here, and I'm bringing you the Giant roster update as the Giants have made a couple of roster moves today just to help update their roster, and it was mostly at the tight end position. So the New York Giants have officially signed former Seattle Seahawks tight end Nick Vannett to a practice squad contract. And at the same token, the Giants have officially signed Lawrence Cager, who's been coming up the past couple of weeks from the practice squad. Cager has now officially been signed to the active roster. So Lawrence Cager, who's pretty much been on the practice squad for the past few weeks with the New York Giants, has been called up in the absence of Daniel Bellinger due to the eye injury. Cager is now officially part of the active roster, and the Giants have signed Nick Vannett, who is a former third-round pick from the Seattle Seahawks back in 2016, who has played in 80 regular season games with 35 starts for the Seahawks from 2016 to 2018. He also played with the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2019. He played with the Denver Broncos in 2020, and last played with the New Orleans Saints from 2021 until 2022. And they released the 6'6", 261-pounder back in November 19th because he wasn't playing effective. He has a career total of about 86 receptions overall. He has 832 yards in accountment, and he has 6 touchdowns during his career, where on his college level he used to play at Ohio State, where he played in 15 regular season games, and he started 15 games overall with the Ohio State Buckeyes back from about 2013 to about 2016, and he finished with the career. He finished 9th overall in his career among Buckeyes tight ends in receptions, and he also tied for 10th in touchdown receptions for the Ohio State Buckeyes. So now the Giants have another insurance at tight end for a guy like Nick Vannett, who is now going to get his opportunities because of the injury to a guy like Daniel Bellinger, and I'll get to him a little bit later, with the fact that he's still dealing with that eye injury. So it's going to give an opportunity for a guy like Nick Vannett to be able to go out there this year and see what he can do. Now, like I mentioned before, Lawrence Cager, who has pretty much been picked up by the New York Giants a few weeks ago, the 6'5", 220-pound tight end, former Georgia player, back in 2020, he was playing with the New York Jets a couple of years ago. He's recently been playing with the New York Giants in 2022 overall, and in those couple of games, Cager actually has a touchdown for the New York Giants while recording at least about 5 catches for the New York Giants overall. So a guy like Lawrence Cager is helping out this team overall just to help out for the New York Giants going forward. So I don't mind the Cager signing. Daniel Bellinger right now has not played for the New York Giants overall, so I want to see what a guy like Lawrence Cager can do for the Giants going forward. I really don't. He's caught 4 passes for 29 yards and that 9-yard touchdown he scored a couple of weeks ago. Cager is that flex tight end for the Giants, so I want to see what a guy like Cager can do. And you have to wonder, with Cager now being signed to the active roster, Bellinger looking like he's going to be imminently back on the team, and now the Giants signing Nick Vannett, to a contract with the practice squad, what does this mean for a guy like Tanner Hudson as well as Chris Myrick? What does that mean for those two guys right now, with the fact that Cager and when Bellinger gets back are probably going to be your 2 primary tight ends? What is that going to mean? I think Myrick is going to stay as your primary fullback / blocking tight end. Now what does it mean for a guy like Tanner Hudson? But this is just something we have to monitor right now going forward. But I just want to make this video real quickly for the New York Giants, as they made a couple of moves at the tight end position with them signing Lawrence Cager to the active roster. He's no longer going to be promoted from the practice squad. He's going to be on the active roster now for the rest of the season. And, of course, Nick Vannett, former Bronco, Seahawk, Steeler, and Saint, is going to be now signed to the New York Giants practice squad as more tight end depth for this team going forward into the rest of the season. So that is your Giant roster update for the Giants. Let me know in the comment section what you think about the signing of Nick Vannett to the practice squad, as well as Lawrence Cager signed to the active roster. So if you guys like this video, please hit the like button below. Sub up if you haven't already to NYGJeffyT85 for more breaking news, updates, chatter, and roster updates surrounding the New York Giants. Turn on the notifications down below for the next video or short that's going to be dropping on the channel. And let me know in the comment section what you think about the two moves that were made by the Giants today at the tight end position. So I thank you very much, everybody. Have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday evening. Let's go, New York football Giants. As always, together blue, everyone.